Hey guys, what's up? It's me Alex and welcome back to another video. And I've been tweeting a lot lately, so basically I've been asking all the followers what kind of video should I make, and based on the result there were two winners. So one of the winners was 1v1 balanced PvP, which I'll be posting after this. So this is gonna be my gears and deck setup for PvP and PvE. So if you are watching this right now, please leave a like to support this video. That would be so amazing, guys. So I'm currently on my stream right now, so I'm gonna be start up my stream, then I'll go through all the schools. So I basically have all the max level schools that I could do gear setups for every single of them. So if you really want to see that, please go ahead and leave a like if you're watching right now. That'd be so amazing, guys. So let's go start up our stream gears first for PvP. Alrighty guys, welcome back. So I think I showed before like the gears I used to use. So basically I did PvP 1v1 on my stream to get to Warlord, then I stopped. Basically my stream wizard is for tournament, and as you can see I have a lot of trophies here. But the gears I use, basically Malster hat, you know, obviously it's the best hat in the game if you want to have more peers, and also the Pve chance and critical is useful, and the damage as well. So if you don't have the Malster hat, I recommend you using the crafting hat that you get from Sardonyx. It's a crafting hat for level 96, and this hat is pretty good too if you want to set for like ice, storm or fire. And it also works because it had a lot of you know, accuracy, and also it gives a lot of critical, you know, and the damage is also fine, but it doesn't have any pierce or any Pve chance, so that's the only bad part. I use the Malster robe it's because it's the best robe in the game, mainly because, you know, a lot of health, accuracy, and the damage is a lot, and also resistance, you know, helpful, and the shadow pip chance. So the boots, I've been using the Malster boots, and it's the best boot in the game. It's mainly because, you know, there's a lot of Pve chance, accuracy, pierce, critical block, and also resistance and 26 damage, which helps a lot, you know. And for the wand, I've been using really different kind of wand. So I used to use like the fortune teller wand, but you know, I transferred to my fire because I needed one on my fire since I was doing PvP. But this is the wand that I got from the Amulet pack that came out, you know, a few months ago or something. And I was able to get this wand from the pack I was opening for the video. And this one is pretty good, you know. It gives 7% pierce, which is really helpful, and extra 8 storm damage, critical block, and critical rating is pretty well too. And most importantly, it gives the make cast, you know, the new craftable spell. But you know, they changed the rating a little bit, so it doesn't cast that used to be, you know, before a lot. Let's move on to the theme. I've been using the Duelist Fatal Razor, and obviously it's the best theme in the game, mostly as a block, and it's give decent amount of healing boost, and also the damage is fine, and it's give 3 sockets. So I put on the pierce and some health and Pve chance, you know. For the Amulet, it's a different situation. If I'm doing 2v2, which I don't, so I do 1v1, and I basically use the Morgantha Amulet. And some people might say you could use the Rasputin for more block, but you know, since the block is not that important anymore, you could use the Morgantha. And if you don't have the Morgantha, I recommend you using the Rasputin Amulet. And the Rasputin Amulet gives a little bit more resist, a little bit more block, and also the health, and it's give 3 socket, which is you know, pretty helpful. I put like, you know, some healing jewel and some block and resistance to stun. And basically for Morgantha Amulet, I use it because of the pierce, you know, and it's give 2 card, pretty helpful. But you could change either of those, you know, it's worked pretty well. Alright, for the ring, I used Duelist Daredevil rings. I think all of my wizard that I do PvP has this kind of gear. So basically a pierce, block, you know, and the sockets, it's pretty helpful. And for the pet, mostly I used to use the critical pet. Depending on, like, you know, back then it was really important. I used to land every single on my critical, but right now I do still land sometime, like I would say like 75% of the critical I land. but you know, it doesn't do that much. But for being a storm, if you critical, let's say you do like 3,000 damage, it could do like maybe 700 more damage if you crit land. So it's still pretty helpful. But I use this pet sometime. It has double resist, storm ward and stormproof with double damage. It's pretty helpful sometime. And if you want to set for storm, that would be a good pet. And I have some other bunch of pet, mostly are the critical. And recently I've been working on this pet. I don't know what to make, so I keep it as base, has double resist. Maybe I'll do pet to mega video to show what kind of talent I will get. So I'll get to that later. And for the deck setup, I kind of don't have a deck setup right now, but this is what I used to use. It's not that great, you know. I took a lot of breaks doing you know, the insane bolt, but it pretty worked for me. So I carry like a 2-stun block, max tower shield, 9 enchanted, you know, because I don't want to look for TC that much. 3 to 4 bubble. Like if you see facing a ice, then you know you have to have a bubble control. But if you face ice, I'm not sure automatically you might lose, you know, because ice has a lot of health and a lot of resist. I carry for healing current sometime, you know, it's really helpful. You could do if you crit land, and you could do like a max the heal for you. 3 storm dispel in case you want to face storm. Some bugs, you know, you don't want to wait for like a 6 pips, then this is pretty good. And I don't really carry Rosaka because I carry some of them in my TC deck. Sirens, sometimes I use it. This is kind of like 1v1 and 2v2 because I was doing the tournaments, you know, because of that. And Stormlord obviously is the best spell if you want to stun, but if they don't stun block, you know, this is pretty good too. I do carry Blade, and you could replace the Tempest with probably like a set shield, or you want to put some more bolts or other stuffs you want to put in. But bolt is also useful. You could get a lucky bolt and you could do max. For the TC is basically the same thing. So I don't have a tower shield right now, so I put some, you know, the TC Colossal and some other enchanted. And I do carry some conviction sometimes, you know, because I don't have that much block. Like I still have like close to get like 480 something block, which is pretty good too. And you could see these, so you know. So I'll be right back for the Pve Gears for storm farming and other stuff you want to do. Alrighty guys, welcome back. So this is gonna be my Pve Gears for storm. So basically I used the crafting hat from Sardonyx, and this is the best hat if you want to use for farming because it gives a lot of critical, which is most important, and also give a lot of damage, you know. So I use that. If you don't have it, you could use the Malsair hat, which is pretty similar, and only different it gives a little bit less critical. But you know, if you want to go for farming, I recommend using a lot of critical because you know they don't block that much. For the robe is the Malsair robe for more damage and also the critical, and a lot of accuracy is useful too. For the boot, I use Rasputin boots mainly because of the critical, and I get a lot of critical, like max critical, which is really important because I could crit land every single of my hit, and I land like 99% of them, so you know I kill the mob real quick. But if you don't have this, you could use the Malsair boot, but if you don't have that, this is the Malsair boot. If you don't have that, you could use the crafting from Sardonyx as well, level 96, and it gives like 25 damage and 6% accuracy, some block, some resistance, and some health, which is pretty helpful too. So when I do like farming, I switch the wand to the Pve chance because I just changed the hat, you know, so it way kind of balance a little bit. So you could use this one, you know, if you want more PS, if you're fighting. You could use this one if you're fighting a storm mob, and if you don't want to use any prism, that would be good for you. But for me, I use the fortune teller for level 100. Alright, for the theme, I use the Morgant Blade of the Shadow Palace. So this is when I use it when I fight with a storm or some school like ice when they shield a lot. But if you want to go for critical, then I use this one, same thing, the Blade of the Shadow Palace from Morgant, and this is I use it for more critical, so I'll be equipping that because I'm going for critical. I use Morgant Amulet, and if you don't have that, you could use Rasputin you know, but I go for critical, so this is pretty good as well, and get some pierce. Alright, for the ring, I have 2 rings, alpha and omega rings from, you know, Aquila. You could fight a boss to get this, but if you want to go for critical, then I recommend using this a ring from Aphrodite in Dark Mode dungeon that you could fight with the key boss. For the pet, I go for critical, so basically I use King Hunter, and it has quad critical with double damage, pretty helpful, you know, get max critical. For the mount, you don't really need any mount, but I use Crystal Unicorn, you know, it gives 2% accuracy, you know, kind of helpful, you know. For the deck, I use the Rasputin deck. You know, Rasputin deck is pretty good too. It's not the triangle deck, but it has 40 critical and 38 you know, block. I forgot to tell you guys, I use this deck for my PvP, which you get from Unicorn Way with the 8k ticket. You know, I don't really carry that much, you know, stuff in here. Basically carry some enchant, you know, some blade if I see fighting a boss, but when I fight a mob, I just change it. I carry like a 1 Stormlord, 1 Tempest, 1 to 2 Tempest. Basically carry 2, you know, in case you don't kill it, and 1 Bug and 1 Sirens, you know. So I basically blade up, or if I'm fighting with someone else, you know, they just blade me up and I just hit, so that way we could kill really quick. Hopefully you like this video, and if this video is really helpful, please go and subscribe to my channel, and I'll be doing a lot of videos, so, you know, really looking forward for new subscriber to my channel, you know, that would be really fun. And don't forget to leave a like and subscribe for more video, and I'll see you next time in the 1v1 balanced PvP. Take care, everyone.